Welcome back into the shop, you guys, for part 3 of building a couple of beautiful walnut side tables. I have one of them right here and one of them over there. Just a quick recap from the last episode if you didn't catch it. We did a bunch of through mortise and tenons for these lower stretcher parts on the tables, and we were also able to sand and finish up these beautiful breadboard ends. Now I really quickly want to address these breadboard ends. I got a handful of comments about the approach that I took in making these, and to be honest guys, these breadboard ends, I keep calling them, they really aren't breadboard ends. They're more just for looks and for show. This is only 10 inches long, and there really isn't going to be any expansion and contraction that could possibly damage, break, or crack this in any way. So I just really quickly wanted to address that. So in today's episode, we are going to be getting started on a couple of drawers. Now there's going to be one here going out in this way on both of them. When I was actually designing these two tables on SketchUp, I was originally intending on using a couple of metal drawer slides similar to these, and I was just going to slap these in there and call it good. But what I realized was that, you know, most of the pieces that people made back then in traditional furniture, they didn't have metal drawer slides like these. And I think that is going to be the approach that I'd like to take with both of these tables. I'm not trying to go 100% traditional with this project by any means, but I think having a couple of drawers that are made completely out of wood would be a pretty neat thing. So that is what we are going to be starting out with today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's get started. I was thinking that I could actually glue up the bases first, and that way while I'm actually working on the drawer, these could be gluing up and drying. It's just a better way to be more efficient out here. So I have both of these parts now glued up, and it's time to actually put the centerpieces in. You know, this assembly table and my workbench are my two main work surfaces. And with this table specifically, I've actually thought about possibly making a completely new outfeed table, workbench, the whole shebang, and make it super nice. You know, something with cabinets and drawers and all sorts of stuff underneath. Actually having tools over here and have my workspace over here. And that way I would have plenty of room. Right now, if everything's pushed off to the side like this, you know, my workspace is no more than maybe 18 inches or so. And with glue ups, with this kind of thing, you know, I need that space. So that's just a thought I have. So while the base is gluing up and the clamps over there, we are going to be getting started on a couple of drawers. I'm actually going to be doing a couple of joints that I've never actually done before, and one of those is going to be a half-blind dovetail going from the walnut drawer front into the side panel just like that. And it's just going to be the neatest thing. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So it's going to be a nice contrast. It's going to look super nice when you open the drawer and you see those right there. And then going from the side into the back of the drawer, those are going to be joined with just a traditional dovetail. So nothing special there, but it's going to be more practice for myself. So more joinery to come, and I think I'm going to start with the half-blind dovetails. My skills with this greatly improved over the course of doing 4 of them, and I was just super surprised at how easy it was to actually do these. So these are all completely hand cut. So this contraption right here is my Makita 3¼ horsepower plunge router. This little setup right here is going to be my impromptu router table, and I just have a piece of mahogany wood clamped to the base there, and this is going to be my router table for these drawers. Now all I'm going to do is lightly, very lightly, clamp this in my vise. So I'm just going to cinch that up just a little bit. This is plenty sturdy, and I'm going to be able to run all of my pieces now through the router. I'll tell you what, these half-blind dovetails that I did, the first ones were not as good as I would have hoped, and there were gaps everywhere, and it was a little bit frustrating of an experience at first. And then by the time I got to the 4th one, they were so much better. It went quicker, it was more enjoyable because I actually kind of knew what I was doing. I had a little bit of a process down as well, and the joint actually came together much better. So then this was the 3rd one with a little bit more improvement right there, and then the 2nd one right there, and then the very first one that I did is right there. So massive improvement on my part. I'm super happy with that. One of the seemingly simple parts of this project you would think would be to secure the top to this whole lower section, but in reality this is actually quite difficult because of the drawer. Now the issue that I have is that normally I was thinking I could just put a couple of clips that hook into the sides here and then screw into the top. But the problem is, with the drawer in here, I don't have any room other than back here. So I needed to come up with a unique idea to actually secure the top over here. The only parts I had to work with were these parts right here. So let me show you what I came up with. And it involves these little bolts from Rockler. And these are just some small little T-style bolts, I think is what they're called. And the top, you can probably see how this is going to work. Just slips on here like this. And then it slides forward into position. And then in the back, because the drawer doesn't go all the way, I'll be able to put in a small block that will secure the top into the back side support. I made them to the best of my ability. They're not perfect by any means, but I do know I put my best effort into them and they're the best that I could produce. So again, thank you guys for watching this video and sticking with me through this project. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one.